honestly been feeling super down about my love life and just like the prospect of there being anything out there. And I'm trying not to cry. This feels like a really silly thing to cry about, but it's just felt like the past little bit of my life in particular, and this feels really, really vulnerable to share, that it just seemed like there was potential in certain things that there ended up not being potential in. And when I say potential, it was saying I had noticed things, my friends had noticed things, like people around had noticed things, like different guys' friends were coming up to me and being like, y'all should be a thing. Like just seeing this potential everywhere and honestly getting my hopes up and then ending with nothing ever happened. Like I was never pursued. And in all of those situations, because it happened multiple times, I ended up just feeling kind of discarded. I felt like, man, like, is there something in me that wasn't pretty enough, that wasn't sanctified enough, that wasn't, my demeanor wasn't good enough for these guys to be picked, to be chosen to be the girl that they pursue? And I know those are all lies, and I was praying about them and praying about them and praying about them, and I was asking God, like, will I ever get picked by a guy who's genuinely chasing after you, who's genuinely trying to be one with you, who's genuinely cutting sin out of his life and worshiping you and just wanting to be a man who does a good job at his career and who wants a family and who genuinely wants to pursue me instead of just playing with my emotions? And I was praying about that. And God just convicted me right then and there of something that I did not expect. And he said, Meg, your prayers are too small. And it was not just my prayers being too small about my like future husband. It was my prayers being too small about culture. And it was my prayers of praying that I would be picked out of this, what I saw as a limited pool of guys, instead of praying that God would use the gospel to create more guys who were genuinely worshiping him, genuinely following after him, and genuinely wanting to do well in all things to glorify God. And it's just like, I think we're already seeing the fruits of those prayers in the fact that more men than women in Generation Z are going to church. I think girls have been praying those prayers for years. But this is my encouragement to you, that if you're feeling discouraged about your love life, pray for a culture shift in the way dating is done, not just for yourself.